All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Six man. Check girls, check girls, check.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Hassan Reddick. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught by Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. First down, a run with Cohen. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. The kick by Lambeau is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator. Me and you all day. All day.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. On third down, it's Pollard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up fourth down. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, but likely not for long, as they're in punt formation to kick it away. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and 10. Now Jackson on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On first down, it's Cohen. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. That's complete to Tayron Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitance.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And give him 10 that time, as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On third down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, You're really almost discrediting their work.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the pass.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. 49. It was pretty quiet, team. It was pretty quiet. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Jones towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Check right 33. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Jones trying to lay one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, and he's got room. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This time Jackson will throw it. Rolling to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. It's a foot race. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We won it. Come on.
Jackson now, throwing again. Dancing to his left. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson on first down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Jackson out to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Gets past 1 man. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Rams' 24-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
35-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now Jones, the final shot before break. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 78 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He can run for it, and he will. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation, because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Going to run again here with Pollard. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Now Jones. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before.
on the double. Hey, dude.
Jones on 1st and 10. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Gain of 18 on the play. And the Rams first down.
Set. 70. Indy. Let him know. Ready?
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Let's go. 10-2 saw. 49. All day, dog. Let's go.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third.
Browns 13. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson on the move to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield. And Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Josh Allen showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. To try again after the sack. Jackson is going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 22 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Pollard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
We got 3. We got 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long match.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Hey, exit. Check back 33. You trap.
He's back to throw. Catch is made by Harry. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you.